warm welcome to Disky Talk with Liolo. If you're tuning in for the very first time, I do ask that you please subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you've been a part of this journey, I hope you thoroughly enjoy this episode. So, on today's episode, I discuss all things Mamelodi Sundowns as I have a tactical feature focus on Marcelo Allende and Lucas Ribeiro. So, on today's episode, we're going to have a look at two players who have started off very well for Mamelodi Sundowns this season with regards to their roles within the team and what makes them such special players and why are they so important for Mamelodi Sundowns. So when you have a look at Mamelodi Sundowns, then they're out of possession shape. So when they do not have the ball, they do start with a 4-4-2 diamond. This is what they look to press like. So with then Marcelo Allende is the first player that we are going to talk about. So Marcelo Allende then plays within the heart of midfield. So this is a player then who does play as an 8 for this Mamelodi Sundowns side. A player then who possesses great technical ability. He's a very intelligent player. I think with regards to game intelligence, he's by far one of the best, if not the best, with regards to how then he reads the game and how then he's able to apply his intelligence on a football pitch within the Dstv Premiership and within the PSL as well. A player then who offers this Mamelodi Sundowns side a lot of control in possession, very good with regards to his spatial interpretation and spatial occupation. A player then who a lot of the times is always free and is always able then to create space for himself. But the big question then becomes, how does he do it? So that boils down largely then to how he sees the game and how then he's been given freedom and license then to be able then to roam around when Mamelodi Sundowns are in possession. However, the big question then is, what do they look like in possession? So we've seen a lot of changes then from a tactical standpoint with regards to how Mamelodi Sundowns look to occupy different pockets of space and how then they look to utilize the ball this season. So what we have seen then is that I'll give you more or less an average shape. So what we have seen is that they pretty much go to this back three, and then you will have a situation then where, for example, they go to a box like that. So what you have seen then is that they have pretty much used this shape a lot of the times. So for example, if the ball is on the left hand side and Thapelo Maseko was offering maximum width, what you will see then is more or less something like that. You'll see that type of shape with regards to how Mamelodi Sundowns look then to institute those offensive schemes and what they look like in possession. However, when you have a look at it in build-up and we focus on Marcelo Allende then, who normally does play then on the right-hand side of the diamond. He does start on that side, but like I did mention, he does roam and drift all over the pitch, where then he is responsible with regards to being able to progress the ball from first phase into second phase, even from second phase into then the last third. So when you have a look at it then, a lot of the times with regards to how Mamelodi Sundowns then would look to build up, what you do see from them then is them opening up like that, and you do see them then being able then to institute that box within build-up. So Marcelo Allende then a lot of the times then is often then the free man. You would see him even then being able to drift within that right wide channel. Sometimes then he is able to come deep and look to collect. A player then who's been very key for this Mamelodi Sundowns side with regards to how they look to keep the ball, because they are a heavy volume, possession-based passing side. A team then that is always looking then to keep the ball for long spells and also then looking for verticality within their play with regards to how they progress the ball. So a player like Marcelo Allende then does become key, because from deep then he is able then to play those penetrative, progressive passes where he can play in between the lines and look then to find his teammates which are more advanced and further forward. So that is Marcelo Allende with regards to how does he look then to play for this Mamelodi Sundowns side. He's been very key, and I think a player then who should have gotten more man of the match awards in the past couple of games that he has played. So this is a player then who's doing very well for Mamelodi Sundowns, and in my opinion he has been the best player for Mamelodi Sundowns in the past couple of games, and with regards to this season he's been the best player for Mamelodi Sundowns thus far. Moving on then right along, we have a look at Lucas Ribeiro. So when you have a look at Lucas Ribeiro, so let's say that's Lucas Ribeiro. This is a player then who does play as more of a forward for Mamelodi Sundowns. So he can play as a winger, he can play as an attacking midfielder, he can also then play within the forward line. So this is then an attacking midfielder who is can also play as a winger as well. When you have a Lucas Ribeiro, then he is left-footed and very skillful, very intelligent with regards to what he does when he does have the ball at feet. So sometimes then he does become quite key with regards to offering the width on the right-hand side. Player then who's very good within those 1v1 situations. He does look to cut in. Whenever then he does find himself then occupying more central pockets of space, because sometimes what you will see from him then is being able to occupy more of those zones. He is able then to ensure that he does have that combination play where then he is looking then to break into the box. So far he does have 2 goals. Within the Dstv Premiership, and a player then who also has an eye for the pass within the final third, where then he is able then to create those big chances consistently. So he does have goals. He also has an assist as well. So this is a player then within the final third who can become a highly efficient player with regards then to goals, assists, and being able to create big chances consistently. So this is then a very intelligent player, and a player then who has been absolutely key for this Mamelodi Sundowns side with regards then to what he offers them within the final third. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You've got Marcelo Allende, who I think has been the best player thus far for this Mamelodi Sundowns side within the heart of midfield. And then you've also got Lucas Ribeiro then, who's also been quite key with regards to the goals that he scored, the chances he's creating, and the assists that he's gotten as well. Going forward, then, I do think that these two will grow even more within this Sundowns team with regards to their importance and with regards to their roles as well, and what then they could offer this Mamelodi Sundowns, especially then when the season does grow on and they do then start participating in more competitions, especially then within the CAF Champions League. Also, when you factor in that it is still early days, so the players aren't at their sharpest yet. So as the season does grow and they become a lot sharper and they do then understand their system with regards to their approach, and even then being able to adapt to this new tactical versatility that Coach Rulani Mukwena is trying to institute, then we are going to see them growing then to become even better players and even more important for this Mamelodi Sundowns side. However, at home, do let me know, what do you make of Lucas Ribeiro with regards to his performances so far? Also, Marcelo Allende then within the heart of midfield, what do you make of their performances so far? And do you think that Marcelo Allende this season can go on then to win midfield of the season? Because I think he started off very well, and I think he has been the best midfielder thus far within the Dstv Premiership. With Lucas Ribeiro, he does look a player then that will score a lot of goals for this Mamelodi Sundowns side and create a lot of chances as well. Do you think he can go on then to compete for the Golden Boot? Thank you very much for tuning in to yet another special episode of Diski Talk with Liolo. Signing out.